Today we start our second season at Lyon by taking on Lille. It's the 10th of August, we've made a load of signings and still have some more coming in, and we've got rid of a load of players too, so let's go over the transfers first and foremost. First thing to really discuss is the fact that Alberto Moreno has officially signed for us now. He's on 28 grand a week. He's a squad player, so he knows he will not be our first choice player every single week, even if he was useful last year on loan. Cantina has also signed for us on a permanent basis. He's on only 26.5 grand a week, so decent wages for a first team player who can be quite useful. The first player we signed was Yasin Ketcher, and I thought for £3.7 million, he was a very good purchase. Le Havre got relegated, that was his release clause, and I just couldn't resist the opportunity to pick him up. He accepts being a squad player for us, and he's worth between £5.2 to £6 million now. And he wants to be in Mazal every week, which is fine to me because he's actually quite good at the role. And yes, he's not amazing, but he's a good player for the division, so as far as I'm concerned, that makes up for it. We've also brought a new right back. Emil Holm has been brought from Spezia for £8.5 million. Not all of that is up front, but the perfectionist right back is very, very good for the role, and I think long term he will be with us for at least 5 years. Unless we find someone better. But yeah, very, very excited for this talent. And I think we needed someone like this at the right back position to replace the aging Clinton Mata. But yeah, it makes sense. A leading player for the division. And he's just exciting. The fact he's also consistent is also really useful. Yes, he's only one-footed, but that's fine. I don't need him to do much more than that. He fits the role perfectly for what I'm looking for. Especially when I'm playing him as a wingback on support, not attack. The fact he could also be used for set pieces as well is absolutely delightful. Then we sent Paul out on loan to Las Palmas, and it made sense to me to do so. He will be joining them on a permanent basis if they play him 25 times, which I think should be the case, but you never know. £4.4 million for this guy makes a lot of sense to me, and it would be a profit on the £2.6 million that we spent to get the guy in the first place. But yes, if we get £4.4 million on top of the £450,000 we're getting already, this is a great deal. We also sold Taliso Thai for £4.8 million to get his 79 grand a week off the books. I know what some people are thinking. Why have I sold him? Well, the money he was on just made it something I needed to do something about, and he's 30. He didn't really fit any role I wanted. Even if he's a good player, he does have a release clause of 50 million, I just realized. So I'm not going to waste my time with that. But yeah, he wasn't amazing last year. 2 goals, 3 assists with a 6.81 average rating. So in my mind, it makes sense to let him go. And then everything I said about wages, I throw out the window because I brought in Yuri Alberto for £8.5 million, gone up to £10 million, and I'm paying him 92 grand a week. But he is 23, he looks outstanding, and he can still improve. Well, I say that. He looks like he's close to his full potential, but I feel like he can still improve personally. He's really good. He likes big matches as well, and he has everything I want as an advanced forward. Yes, we could work on a few things like his finishing, his dribbling, and first touch and passing, but for what I'm looking for, he fits the bill perfectly. Yes, the contract I gave him might be a bit ridiculous. It really does remind me of an Everton contract I saw when I was managing Everton. But if he gets anywhere close to those targets, anywhere close to 20 to 30 goals, he's worth the money. And the fact we only paid £8.5 million for him makes it all the more ridiculous. Yes, there are some big clauses in here and bonuses, but let's be honest, if we've won any trophy, I think we would have made up the £750,000 from that alone. But yes, Yuri Alberto, my new star striker. We also sold Maitland-Niles to Valencia because he wanted to go. I may have fished him out and asked if we could find someone that could take him on. I didn't think Valencia would be the team though, but £3.3 million for a player that we paid nothing for, it made sense in my mind to get this over the line. And it's a good deal, really. We've done well to get that kind of money for him. And admittedly, yes, he's very much a squad player, but he just wasn't in my first team plans, and he took up a non-EU slot that I really wanted to fill with another player. So that's a thing. And also, he's only a decent player in our minds, so it absolutely makes sense to let him go. But our most recent acquisition is David Pereira da Costa, on loan from Lons. And yes, I managed to get this guy on loan from Lons, of all teams, because why wouldn't I, apparently? Even though he was a main squad player for them last year, got 8 goals, 8 assists, 6 player of the match awards for them. We managed to get him on loan, and we have an optional future fee of £24 million. I probably will not be doing that because, well, I don't think I'll be paying that much money for a player that wasn't even my first choice option. But attacking midfielder, I'm going to be using him on the left wing as a squad player because we have the option to do so. He also fits the role perfectly for the inverted winger, so that's the game here. We're also trying to bring in Lee Kang-in, or Kang-in Lee, as the inverted winger on the right-hand side because he fits the role perfectly and we can get him on loan from PSG. So he would be the person that fits up the non-EU role. Yes, we've got Gonzalo Borges already here, but I think between the options we'll have in the wings, the 4 incredibly exciting wingers, we're going to have a lot of talent on the wings. I also may have made Lacazette unhappy because of the fact we sold Tolisso, and I'm now transfer listed him, and I'm hoping to get him off the books because he's on 89 grand a week. He's a squad player at this point, and he's only my 3rd choice striker, and maybe even my 4th choice striker at the end of the day, if Amin Sarr takes his spot as well. So while he's good, and he's a very, very good player, the fans like him, and he's good for the registration for both the league and European competitions, he just doesn't fit my plans. And last year, despite his strong start, he fell away very quickly and just never really recovered. And I kind of threw him out my first team plans after Obi Werner came in the first place. So Lacazette, for the money he's on too much money. And I need him gone. I'm even willing to pay some of the wages until he goes. That's how badly I want him gone. I know he's well liked. I know he's the captain, but if he's on that much money and he's unhappy because of another player I sold, then there's no real point of keeping him around. For whatever reason, I just couldn't get him the click, and he's also on too much money. He's on the last year of his contract. I'm going to try and cash in now if I can, and try and get the wages off the books, really, so I can get another player on my mind. My main aim is still to sign Naipan, and yes, he is still very much a player I want. I tried to sign him. Problem is, he's turned me down. So it's not even the fact that Rosenberg turned me down. It's the player himself that's turned me down. So I'm going to wait until I know he's absolutely interested in me before I go for him again. The fact he's a fan of Manchester United kind of makes it ironic, I think. But there you go. And he's easily a wonder kid. I just need to make sure I get him on my books because he's so important to my plans long term. I think he will be the first choice player in the team if I can get my hands on him. I really do. I also realised I needed a new centre-back because I've only got 3 centre-backs officially at the squad now, which is a bit awkward. And I realised I should probably tell Clinton Mata he's not going to be a first choice player anymore because, let's be honest, he should not be expected it. So squad player for you now. He's happy with that. He knows that's the case. Thank goodness. But let's take on Lille today as we attempt to get our season off to the best of starts and win a match. Because let's be honest, I think we can do so. So, Lopez is also benched because of everything else that's happened. Also, Sergio Rico is still here. We can now play him. He's going to be on the bench first and foremost, but that's fine. But as things stand, our lineup will be this. Funny story about this particular situation, about why he's angry. My fitness coach was taking on the role of assistant manager in the team talks and managed to upset the entire squad, 13 players in total, with a team talk he did against Manchester United. No idea what he said, but he said something absolutely stupid and it upset a load of players. So it's between him and another 11 players that are unhappy with me right now about it. I think we've got it sorted out, but I just need to make sure we do better in the future. So let's hope that's sorted. Also, we brought in Jason Tyndale as the assistant manager at Lyon because he was available, he was on a free, and it makes sense. Also, very good set piece coach, I realized now. But yes, back to the squad. The squad is going to be this: Lopez, Home, Diamande, Karataka, Teclafico, Cucuret, Basic, Kesta, Gonzalo Borges, Pereira da Costa, and Yuri Alberto. On the bench, we've got Sergio Rico, Jake O'Brien, Lepanant, Alarouche, Arivana, Sar, Lacazette, Clinton Mata, and Kabende. Because Moreno's injured and Jafino's also injured, Cherky's on international duty for the Olympics because of course he is. He's in the final of the damn thing. I hate the Olympics. They really should be winning this game against Ukraine because they're the host. Does that mean he can come back soon? I want him back soon after this game. Either way, let's see how we do as we try to integrate a load of players into our squad for the first time and try to win our first league game of the year. Let's see how we do. Okay, so they got a free kick early on. We drew against last time I recall correctly, and Lopez only just misses that. Okay, so Lille have had a better chances so far, it feels like. They got a corner again. Home doesn't do well, but Bentalev's gone for goal with an overhead kick and missed. Okay, so for whatever reason, they're the better team right now. Ruth and Nistelrooy, their manager, is having a good time of things at the moment. I don't know why they're doing so well, but I'd like to think we can stop them sooner rather than later, and we can get the ball back. But here we are now. That's a player 1 at some point. I think they got back at 3 formation, it looks like. Or at least a back 4 where one of the defenders will come back every now and again to help out. But we get the ball back here. Teclafico gets the ball. Here's Kaladakar. Finds Basic. Here's Kechta. Now Pereira da Costa. Yuri Alberto, my star striker. Tries to go for goal. Hits side thing. It's a 4-3-3 versus a 4-3-3, and it's 0-0 right now. Both teams have had a shot on target. I've not seen any of them, though. So that's annoying. We kind of need to do better here. I want Champions League football this year, and we can't afford to be dropping points against Lille. Okay, I need to make some changes. We've got some nervous players out there. So Lepanant is going to come on, and Cocret is going to go out there. Teclafico is going to come off. Kabende is going to come on because he can play on both wings, which is why he's so useful and why I keep him around. Home is also going to come off. He is going to be replaced by Clinton Mata. That's 3 players who've been booked, taken off already. Well, 2 players taken off who've been booked already. And now, Borges is going to come off. Arivana is going to come on because he can do the role. Doesn't like that, though. Does not like that at all. Yuri Alberto can play that role, though, if I need him to. So, let's not bring Arivana on then. And let's bring Lacazette on for the role. Even if I'm trying to get rid of him, I'm going to make use of him for now. And Yuri Alberto is nervous, so we're going to take him off and bring on Arivana. So that's all 5 changes at once. I know that's crazy, but I think I need to do it. Okay, we've got the ball. Arivana on the ball. And it's Pereira da Costa, who's actually been our best. Well, I say best. Oh, that's a penalty. That is a penalty. I realize that Pereira da Costa got a 6.5 rating, but that looks like a penalty. I'm certain it is. I don't know who it was that made the decision to call him over to the screen, but it feels like he should be giving me a penalty for that. I want my penalty, please. Thank you. And it is a penalty given. Yes, yes, yes. Come on. So, who's taking the penalty is the question. Lacazette missed his only penalty last year. He scores one now. We lead. And I'm trying to get rid of Alexander Lacazette because, of course, he is scoring the goal. It is a penalty, mind you, but I'll take it. We lead 1-0. And have we deserved it? Probably not, but we made 5 changes. And one of them paid off? Maybe? I don't know. But another throw now and another set piece, another attacking highlight. We could be about to get a second goal. Lepanant goes for a goal, hits the post. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is us winning by 1-0. I'm happy with the win. It wasn't our best start. We didn't have the best goings. We had to rely on a penalty to get the win. But once we made the changes, it seemed to click. And I'm happy we've got the 1-0 victory. But yes, we are behind Lorient and PSG right now, but that's perfectly fine. PSG won 6-2, Lorient won 3-1. Ukraine beat France in the final on penalties because of course they did. Unbelievable. Turkey couldn't even get the winner's medal here. Wow. At least he was in the Dream 11, though he only got onto the bench. Sometimes I wonder about this game. I really do. So as the first round again is completed, we are in 7th place with just a 1-0 victory to our name, but that's perfectly fine because we have done ourselves justice and gotten a win against Lyon, who are not a terrible team. Anyway, I am going to end this here. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves. I hope you guys will like and share this video and that you'll subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a lot. But anyway, until next time, goodbye and well, good night.